Hello there, my name is Axeldoodles, and I'm here because you need help. If you didn't, then you wouldn't have clicked on this video, right? So, why did you click on this? Well, you need ideas and puzzles for your TTRPG. Now, these are written with Dungeons & Dragons in mind, but they can be used for any game with a couple of changes. With that out of the way, let's get started. Wait. Before we get started, one more thing. If you're going to run puzzles and traps in your games, make sure you reward your players for out-of-the-box thinking. If it makes sense that it would work, then let it work, even if it wasn't the way you intended.
I meant to do that.
Okay, now on to the goods. So I ran a dungeon with one of my groups where the entire thing was upside down. It was very fun to play with gravity, and I was able to have some fun traps along the way. This one is called the Ceiling Pit. The party is walking along the ceiling in the temple. Above them is the floor. In the floor is a pit trap with spikes at the bottom. Top? Whichever. As the players get closer to the pit, the gravity begins to pull towards it. Eventually, they must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or land in the pit. There are plenty of ways the party can get across. For example, you could have it so there is a bridge above the pit that has since fallen. The player can then make an athletics or acrobatics check to grab onto the fallen bridge. They can then climb to safety before gravity is reversed again. This next trap is very good if you have a barbarian or paladin that would rather bash a door down before the lock is picked. It's called the Knockback Door. It's really simple. There's a door, describe it as old and rickety, barely on its hinges. There's a flimsy lock on the door too. If the party decides they can pick the lock, then nothing happens. The door opens willingly. However, if they try to break it down, they must make a strength saving throw. If they fail, then they take bludgeoning damage as the same force they try to break down the door with is thrown back at them. Oh, and the door's still standing as if nothing ever happened. This next puzzle is actually something that one of my DMs ran for us. I thought it was super clever, so I tried to put my own spin on it. For the record, I have no idea if this was something he came up with or not, so if this is in a different video, I apologize. Anyway, I call it the Light as a Feather charm. The players come to a door with holes on either side of the wall. Each one is wide enough to fit an arm, but that's about it. When a hand is inserted into one hole, it is pricked with a needle, and the other hole is the key to the door between them. They get the key and go through the next door and find a nearly endless pit before them. Describe it as going as far as they can see out and as far as they can see down. What they didn't know was that the needle was magic and had blessed the players with the spell Featherfall. As soon as they go over the edge, they start to gently float down only about 30 feet. There's a darkness charm over the edge so they can't see the end. This one was super fun to figure out. My paladin ended up trying to lower our monk down on a rope to see if he could see the end. Shenanigans ensued, and he ended up cutting the rope and gently floating down. As soon as we saw this, we all pricked our hands and leapt over the edge. It took us an embarrassing amount of time to figure it out, I admit. But at the same time, once we did figure it out, we were pretty proud of ourselves. Okay, that's it for this video. Please comment down below if you run any of these. Tell me how you make it your own and how it goes. Also, while you're down there, please like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with this series. If you haven't checked out my other videos, please do. See you later!